All right, what's up, congratulators? Welcome to my house. Welcome to mi cama. This is where the magic happens, my sacred sanctuary of sleep and sensuality. Today we're going to be talking about 9 ways that you can do to get a better night's sleep. What are the benefits of sleep? Well, we all know those things. Some of these things are so obvious and common sense. If you don't get a good night's sleep, you're tossing and turning all night long, or especially during the day. You don't have the kind of quality relationships that you need to have, the energy that you need to go out there and execute. Sleep is a big important part of our life. Plus, you don't look good, right? You have dark circles and you're like that all the time, like a mummy, decrepit mummy. So you don't want none of that. When you get a good night's sleep, you just feel fresh and you're ready, you're fully charged for the day, and you feel strong. So you can go out there with the clear mind, the clarity that you need to go out there and execute on your goals or the tasks that you have for the day and for your life. You could be the person you want to be for your wife, and be the man you want to show up to, to live out your life the way you want it to, with your kids, with your work, and any other kind of activities, sports, whatnot. So, the first thing that we're going to be talking about is breathing. When you're getting ready for bed, it's important that you have good circulation. Hopefully you had a good exercise during the day in the morning, but when you're coming back home, and if you have a standard American lifestyle, you work your 9 to 5, you come back home, and before you're getting into bed, you built up all this tension, all this stress in your body. So you want to do some light stretching, some light exercises, super light, because you don't want to really engage your body to start getting into like a fight mode. You want to be decompressing and settling down. So some deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, gets the body circulating and has the tension and get your body nice and supple for a good night's sleep. So breathe nicely, and also maybe have some plants in the room. If you have a really nice plant that can, it gives off oxygen, and you have this kind of relationship with it. We keep a plant in our room, and there's like a little life being there, and it's like kind of friendly. You have a friendly plant in the room. It keeps you company. So it's also a beautiful thing to look at. Need a little bit of a breather myself. So number 2, the second thing that you need to do before you go to bed at night is before you even take your breather, and outside of the bedroom, you want to look over the past day and write down some of your challenges. You have to do this as a discipline. So here you got to have some discipline, some self-control, and make the sacrifice that this is an important time, because life is three things. It's 3 categories. You have your work, you have your family time, you have sleep. So this has got to be the utmost important, one of the top 3 things in your life. And preparing your mind and your body for sleep is crucial, and it's of the utmost importance. So one of the best ways to do this, and it's a practice that I use, I only give you guys advice and tips that I do myself, is I'll go to the kitchen table and I'll sit in my spot and I'll write my goals out for the night, or I'll write some affirmations, some my challenges, so I get them out of my head and onto paper and outside, so those thoughts don't come into the bedroom. They stay out there where they belong. And that allows me, so when I come into this space, this is like my sanctuary, this is my atmosphere, and it's free and clear of any negative thoughts, and it's just all pure, good and harmony. So writing your goals down on a piece of paper, not just typing them out, like actually write them out. There's just something that happens that takes place. You can Google it, so that you can go to bed with a clear mind. So the next thing that we have is number 3 is keeping a room neat. Got to keep your room clean and tidy, well organized, so that it looks beautiful. So you have this ambiance of a room that is a special place for sleep and sex or sensuality. That way you can feel good, it feels cozy, and it feels like home. This is your home. Okay, this is your most holiest of holiest places, your most high place. And there's a lot of sacredness that takes place here in your sanctuary. So keep your room nice and beautiful. I know my wife and I, we have our wall of fame there, and we have pictures of our our greatest moments in our marriage life since we've been married. We also keep other things that make us feel strong. You see my Aztec warrior, right? So I feel like a man. Look at it every day. Yeah, it feels good. So you have these things in your room, not too much. Keep it simple, because you don't want a lot of noise going on or too much craziness on the walls. Keep it simple, but keep it beautiful and elegant, and you'll enjoy a better night's sleep. You have a nice room now. You've made it perfect. And what are you going to decide to wear? You can wear a thermal like this or whatever's comfortable, and that's just the main thing is just be comfortable. If it's a little cold outside, don't hesitate to wear socks. Don't forget that, your feet, there's a lot of heat that goes out through your feet, not just your head. I'll wear a beanie sometimes if it gets that cold. I used to live in a tool shed for like 5-6 years, and there was no insulation. So when it was cold outside, it was like an ice cube inside. And I would bundle up, and I figured out, I was told, the tip I got was to wear some socks, and it helped out a lot. If it's super hot, you can go, you can go all unnatural or whatever. You can go nude, go naked to bed, and allows for, a cool temperature throughout the night and the evening. Make sure you have a good mattress, some good sheets, so that way your experience is pleasant throughout the evening and throughout the night. Number 5, the 5th most important thing is having a good dinner. So you've worked all day, you're coming back home, and it's time to eat. So my recommendation would be have a water-based dinner, full of water, like basically a salad, and have some light protein. That protein is important because when you're asleep at night, your body's rebuilding and recovering from itself, and so you need that protein to heal basically and restore. You don't want anything too heavy, and you don't want to eat it too late in the evening. You want to give yourself 1 to 3 hours from your last bite before you go to bed, because you're gonna have all that food in your body, and it's gonna be hard for it to digest if you go to sleep too soon. Obviously, you want to avoid caffeine after lunchtime, and of course alcohol. Alcohol might put you to sleep, but it really messes up your deep. When you're in deep sleep, it doesn't allow for that kind of quality deep sleep that we're all craving and desire the most. So now we're going to talk about your next day prep. Before you get into bed, before you take a shower, and I didn't mention this in one of the last steps, but take a nice clean shower. You go to bed clean, you'll feel fresh, and you'll feel great going into bed. But this step is getting prepared for the next day. So before you get into bed, before you take a shower, probably after dinner, however you want to play it out, but especially before you go to sleep, you take a shower, make sure everything's squared away. You have your briefcase, or you have your meals prepared, you have your clothes set aside for your morning routine, so you can transition fluidly when you leave the house in the morning. Because when you go to sleep, you're not gonna have to think about, oh man, when I get up, I'm just gonna have to be all scrambling and try to figure everything out, where everything goes. You don't want that. You don't want all that chaos. You'll have peace of mind. You have more peace of mind better at night, knowing that that's already taken away. When you wake up, it's just, you just walking on sunshine, walking a perfect line. So set yourself up for success, and set the stage for something to happen. By preparing your room and having these things in place, it allows you to go to sleep better, and it allows the opportunity for you to have more peaceful rest. All right, number 7, this is common sense, and you hear it everywhere all over the place, is no blue light. So I know you're addicted to your phone, probably perhaps most of us are, but you have to turn it off at an early time, at least an hour before bedtime, so that way your eyes can adjust and start getting prepared for the evening, and knowing that your body wants to have a certain routine and cycle, and you're telling yourself and your body, because you have biology going on, that your body begins to slowly go into those stages of sleep time, to go into a deep, good slumber. So no blue lights. You could also set the mood, light a candle in the evening. You can have, whether scented or not, that's fine, it's up to you, depending on how your sensitivities are. You can play some nice mood music where you're getting prepared and, going through your evening, nightly hygienic routine. And so you have a nice transition, a nice flow, and it feels comfortable, and you're ready for rest. Okay, congratulators, we're almost there, 2 more to go. So this second to last tidbit here is prayer time, affirmations, meditation, and visualization. So prayer, it's the last thing you want to go through as you're nodding off to bed, because before you head out into dreamland, is you want to thank the Father. You want to connect with that higher source, with God, the creator of the universe. Thank him for his grace and guiding you through the day. Thank you for his forgiveness, because nobody's perfect, we're not perfect, and we have screw-ups throughout the day. And so it's good to know that to remind yourself that you are fully known and fully loved by Him, and that He's taking care of you and your spirit and your soul throughout the night. Affirmations, because it's important, because during the day you're more conscious than not. And when you're going into sleep, your consciousness kind of removes and it's just all subconscious. So it's important to start affirmations and visualization, because it's the time that the subconscious is most fertile to implement ideas to create your life. When you have affirmations like, I wake up in the morning feeling terrific. I wake up in the morning fully charged and ready to go. When you have those affirmations, like if it's Christmas morning, you're like thinking, oh, you can hardly wait to wake up in the morning because you're imagining all these presents to open. Well, you can make every single morning like a Christmas morning, when at night you're kind of pre-prepping your mind that you're gonna have a great day. Plus, if everything's already set up for you, it's gonna make for you to have a great day. And the first hour of the day is the rudder of the day, and it sets the tone for the rest of the day. If you have a great morning, even if you have some resistance at work, because we all have challenges and difficulties that we come and face up against, but we're gonna hit them. Hopefully we can go through them because we've set ourselves up to be strong. But you'll have affirmations like, I wake up in the morning feeling terrific, or, tonight's going to be a great night of sleep. Things like that. Or another thing that I like to say to myself is that I'm going to dream awesome dreams tonight. I dream awesome dreams tonight. I dream big dreams tonight. And it starts to you kind of hypnotize yourself, and then it happens, So that's a great thing, a great practice to implement. You can imagine that you're, on a vacation that you're going to be setting off to, maybe in a couple of weeks in the summer, or for a holiday or anniversary. And this is a great time to start visualizing success. Or if you have a meeting the next day, or if you have a test, visualize yourself, excelling in that area, or acing, the challenges or the opportunities that you can have for the next day. And so real quick though, it's kind of like a white noise technique that I like to use. I kind of mix two things. First, there's no place like home. And then there's, in some type of meditation stuff, they say the word Om. Om. I don't know what Om means. So what sounds good to me is the word home, home. And I like to remind myself I'm home, home. And it centers me, and it gets me back home, makes me feel balanced. And plus the droning sound, it sounds like a little bit of white noise, and so it feels good. White noise, I think we kind of get from being in the womb. We just like boom, 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 boom. And it's the most calming, most serene feeling, in life. And so, okay, so that's it. Congratulations. We have one more, last one. You've made it. Congratulations to you. Number 9, be a good person. Okay, being a good person, you've worked hard all day. You've whether you've been successful or not, a failure or not, you've put in a good day's work. You've come home. You've been kind, at least to the best of your ability, and you can go to bed at night knowing that you've done a job well done, and you can go to bed with a clear conscience. And so when you've written your goals out and you put your problems out there, don't allow that mentality to cross through the threshold of your bedroom. And you know that you're a good person. You're doing something purposeful, whether you're going to college or you go to work to feed your family, or anything that you're doing. Know that you're a good person. You're doing your best, and that way you have a clear conscience, so that you can know that if you don't wake up in the morning, you did all right, and that'll help you out a lot. So thanks for watching. Congratulations. I hope you find this video beneficial to you. Until the next video, remember, tomorrow's another day. Love with freedom. And I'm tired now. Good night. Peace.